Had a nice open week. I took the weekend and watched youth sports, caught Macy in some soccer, and she was a dominant player. She kicks better with her right foot than her left foot, but that was my Saturday. Then I went back and watched every football game that I could get to. I found that there was limitations to my TV. I couldn't get to every channel that I needed to get to as fast as I needed to get to it. And but it created great anxiety. You as a coach, when you sit there and watch a football Saturday and you don't have a football game to play, you wonder where you're at. You feel like there's someplace you need to go. But now we're in game week. I think that the open week was good for us. We had 3 quality practices. Felt like our guys are, ready to go into the stretch run. I think they're healthy. I think Wednesday's practice may have been the best practice we've had this year, and I enjoy the position that we're in. Offensively, we worked both quarterbacks. We'll stay with both quarterbacks. It's a necessity that we need both quarterback skills. I like the way that Jefferson played at times in the last game, and I liked how Jarrett Lee played in the Florida game. So if I can get the combination of those quarterbacks to play, that's our best offense. I want to get Ridley going. I think Stephen Ridley is healthiest, and looking forward to taking some balls, and I'd like to have him handle the ball handling or the carries in this game if I can. Defensively, coming off an unusual week where we prepared for a guy like Cam Newton, I think we're looking forward to seeing I-back runs and wildcat runs and guys that line up in a position that we're very comfortable with defending. And so I think our defense is looking forward to focusing on tackling tailbacks and focusing on preparing a very, very talented offense, but one in which we understand the complexities a little bit better. Special teams is preparing to play well in a big game, and I think they did. I think they improved in the Auburn game. I think they improved this week. I think that they'll play better as we go to the Alabama game. It's interesting. Anytime that you line up against a quality opponent, you're fortunate to be in Tiger Stadium. Look forward to getting back in Tiger Stadium, and I know our guys play best there. Alabama has a tremendous offense led by Mark Ingram, Heisman Trophy winner, and a very, very talented Trent Richardson, who's as talented a tailback as there is in the conference. And so they lead with those 2 guys. Greg McElroy been a very consistent distributor of the ball. He gets the ball to the guys that he's supposed to. He makes very few mistakes. And when he scrambles out of there, he can go get you a first down as well. So feel like he's very talented. And, of course, Julio Jones, maybe one of the top receivers in the country, if not, and having a great year, really a better just lately playing, best. And so defensively, they're very talented. They have a big physical front, a group that probably will handle the front 7 with as strong a force unit as we've been around, and they have good speed in the secondary. They lead the SEC in scoring and are second in total defense with 291 yards per game. So it's a very, very good defense. We look forward in the challenge to playing them. I can tell you that we look forward to big games, and certainly anytime you line up against Alabama, that's a big game. And it's one in which we'll be approached to let's play, and let's enjoy how we play, and let's prepare well so that we can let it rip and let our best team present itself. And I think that this will be a lot of fun. I think our guys are looking forward to it. They certainly prepared well last week, and this schedule this week we'll work hard Monday and Tuesday, and we'll trim it a little bit on Wednesday and lighten it a little bit further on Thursday, and look forward to playing a very, very physical football game on Saturday in Tiger Stadium. Questions?
Coach Miles, right in front of you, right there. In the last couple of weeks, your wide receivers have had a number of drop passes, including from upperclassmen like Terrence Tolliver. Can you talk about the inconsistencies in the receiving game and how it's hindered an offense that doesn't really rely on passing, as much as they do running?
Well, I think that it's anytime you look at the passing game, you have to look at the whole piece. There's certainly the receiving corps could have caught more balls, and I think those things are not things that should continue. We work hard on just the simple mechanics of catching the football on a daily basis. And I think that you're looking at a group of guys that are, in my opinion, going to be committed to making those necessary adjustments so that those catches are made and made more routinely. But that, anytime you have drop passes, certainly it's a piece that's negative, and you need to eliminate it. But like I say, I think we have good leadership there, and I think they're working hard at correcting that.
Coach John Chavis has said all year that this team stops the run with numbers. Is that an approach you think you can carry forward to Alabama and have success with?
Well, I think that we'll not change our philosophy as we go to this one. I think you'll look at those formations that you can gang, you will, and again, you also have to be wary that Julio Jones and this quarterback can throw the football. So we'll take our see our spots in those times where we need to load the box.
Coach, you guys have stood toe-to-toe with Alabama the last 2 years, overtime game here and a close loss last year. Even in defeat, does your team take confidence, hey, we're close to getting over the hump, and what do we need to get over the hump to beat these guys this year?
Well, I think that our football team, realizes that, this is going to be a very competitive game. I don't know that getting over the hump is kind of the view. I think it's more do the things that we're capable of doing, and let's let the game be decided in that way. And I think we're capable of defending this team. I think offensively we're capable of scoring points. So just play our style of football.
Coach, over here, how does Sam Montgomery's injury affected the defensive line this year? What is different about the line when he's not in there? And how important is it be for the line to get pressure this weekend against McElroy?
Well, certainly you lose a starter. It's a difficult piece. We felt like we'd be a little bit better with Sam here. I think that the number of snaps that have been taken by our defensive ends have progressed them, and I think that we're better than we would have been. Had they not been, taking those snaps. And so, I think it's, we're in the same position that we'd be in. I think our defensive line has improved. I think the thing that has to happen to get pressure on McElroy is to get him into predictable passing situations and then be able to get up the field. I think our guys rush the passer well. We would like not to call too much blitz, but it really kind of depends on how the game's going and what's needed to get pressure on that passer.
Coach, in the back, during your time here, LSU has only lost back-to-back games once. Can you just talk about the mentality coming off of a loss and maybe what this coaching staff does well getting these guys back up for the next game?
Well, I don't know if we do anything well. I think our football team has character. I think those teams that lose games back-to-back routinely, don't necessarily have the pain in the pit of their stomach that this team will have. I think we'll play with edge. I think we'll want to be very competitive, and I think there's a natural rebound to this team. I don't know that we do anything as a coaching staff that's very special in any way. I think the guys that we have are quality people, and they don't like to go back to back.
Les, right here. Getting back to the wide receivers, you even mentioned last week that they did not do a very good job of blocking on the wide receiver screens, which seems like is becoming a bigger and bigger part of your offense. Are you disappointed with these guys, especially the three starters, Russell, Reuben, and Terrence Tolliver, at how they've played overall? Were you expecting more out of them?
Well, I guess what I'm saying is that I'm in the key piece of my season where the big plays have yet to be made. And as I go into the next game, I look for those plays to be more important than anything that we've done in the past. And to say that I have any opinion to this point that would be finite would not. And really, I'm expecting this receiving corps to do the things that they've done in the past, and that is rebound and play like hell and play well. And if they do that, that's just what I want to see them do. No, in many instances, there's some developing going on, and there's some guys, in my opinion, that a little bit nicked and will probably be playing with greatest health this Saturday.
Hey, Coach, back here. A lot of big games like this swing on turnovers. Alabama off the charts in terms of their turnover margin. There's some things they do fundamentally on offense to protect the ball, and then on defense, all these interceptions. Is it more their pressure game on quarterbacks, or is their secondary playing that well?
Yeah, I think that when you don't rush the football efficiently, that you have the tendency to rely on that passing attack, and then when you pass the football in predictable down and distances, it becomes easier to rush the passer. Like that pressure creates the issue. What we have to do is we have to be effective on first down. If we're efficient, we're moving the football, and we're getting to a nice short third and short, or we're getting first downs and second down. Now the quarterback has little issue, and it becomes a lot easier to execute the offense.
What about their offense?
Their offense? Well, again, I think they're willing to, hand the ball off, and it's and that handing the ball off has made them very successful. Those tailbacks have gotten yards, so it's when you don't expect a third down and long game, and your quarterback has the opportunity to execute again, those down and distances that it doesn't require him to just throw it. It makes a difference.
Les, after Auburn won Saturday, do you talk to the players about looking at the conference standings? Because now, it's Auburn's got to lose 2, you got to win 3 just to get to Atlanta. Do you address the conference race and things like that with your players?
Yeah, we talk about that, but then it's more controlling the things that we can control, and frankly, to keep our position in the West is what we need to do. And to do that, we have to take it one at a time, and this very next one is an awfully important one. So if you have ambition in the West, it's a lot will be decided at 2:30 this Saturday afternoon, Tiger Stadium.
And what's Pep Livingston? Any update on his condition?
Yeah, all I know is it's improved, and we'd expect him to practice this week.